1 year, 3 months, some odd days ago, we installed the CJM front splitter on my GLI. This bad boy right here. Now, flash forward to a year, 3 months, some odd days, minutes, seconds, whatever. We're gonna be taking it off and installing a new splitter on the car. What is going on, everybody? My name is John. Welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new here, welcome. If not, welcome back. So like I said, today we are gonna be taking off this front splitter. We're gonna be installing a new one because I got something pretty cool to show you guys. Now, this front splitter that I've had on here for about 1.5 years has been really nice. It's really thick, and if you guys haven't checked out that install video, I'd highly encourage you go check it out. But one thing is that A, it is a 3-piece splitter, and B, it's actually a good bit thinner than the side skirts are. And, probably hard to tell on camera, but like this is the gap here between my fingers, right? And this is the gap on my fingers on this one. So this one's actually a good bit thinner than the side skirts. And the new CJM front splitter is not. Bam. Here is the new front splitter for the GLI. This is from CJM. It is a 1-piece splitter that matches the newly installed side skirts that we put on about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I think. And yeah, let's go over it. Now, this is the new one right here, and it is a good bit thicker than the existing one, and it's also 1 piece. And the best part of all, it has Mark 7 John engraved on it, which is like total baller status because I have my name on a car part on my car. Like, dude, come on now. Now, on the bottom of the splitter, you'll see that there is CJM Mark 7.5 Jetta, because that's what we have, a Mark 7.5, I think. Now, how this all happened was after I finished installing the side skirts, CJM hit me up and they were like, yo, do you want to try installing a new splitter on your Jetta? And I was like, I mean, sure, because I would like to. I like the idea of a 1-piece and it being a bit thicker to match the side skirts. So I was like, yeah, I'll definitely do that. That's kind of how this all started, but it is important to note that this is not 100% a finalized product yet. And it might be a little bit slightly different with the hardware and stuff, depending on how the installation goes tonight. So we are basically being the test dummies. We're being useful, as I call it, and hopefully gonna have a rockin' splitter on the car. Obviously, the most important first step is spraying yourself in bug spray because I'm not trying to get eaten alive, you know, and have a huge bump on my forehead like I did in the side skirts install. I could not think of the word right there. I was like, splitter, side skirts, diffuser, spoiler. What the hell am I talking about? Let's get into it, boys. Let's get the car jacked up first and then we'll go from there. So I'm just gonna kind of zoom through this because we've already made a video, you know, installing this one. And if you guys want to see that, it's right up there. But yeah, we're just gonna knock this out real quick and then we'll take a look at the new one once we get done with that. All right, so taking a look at all of our fancy hardware here, there is a little instruction guide on how exactly we need to lay this out. It looks like we have 20mm, 30mm, and 40mm bolts, so 20, 30, 40. So the 20s are gonna be on the outside of the splitter on both the left and right side. And then what it looks like is the spacers are gonna go, so 19 and 13, you know, respectively. Kind of like this layout, and then we'll do 1 in the center, 2 and 3, 1, 2, and 3. So kind of like that. These are actually numbered. I don't know if you can see that very well, but they are numbered 1, 2, and 3. So this should be pretty straightforward in terms of the mounting. There, yeah. And then these are going to go on the very bottom. Very bottom, those are going to go there, and then 19 and 13, you know, spacer like that. And yeah, so what we'll do is we'll bring all of this stuff over to the car. All right, boys, so the bottom of the splitter has this CJM text on it, and that's how you know it's the bottom. It's also got the countersunk holes. So what we're gonna have to do is grab our T30, and we are going to pretty much line it up like that. Let's grab our other nut and washer. I'm not gonna tighten all this stuff down. I really just want it to be in place more than anything. Let's go ahead and do the other side here. Grab our nuts, grab our washers. And the nice thing about this splitter is that it uses all of the same mounting holes as the original one that I had. There's really nothing too crazy I need to do here. One thing also worth noting is that we're not reusing the top plate for this new one because of how tight the clearance is under the car due to the radiator support bracket and stuff. So we're just kind of getting a little cheat code here, honestly. All right, now we need to get the 19mm, 13mm spacers. The 19 is gonna go closest to the bolts that we just did, and we are going to use a 40mm for the 19 and a 30mm for the other two. We're gonna grab 4 washers here, grab 4 nuts. All right, let's get it. There she goes. We're gonna run the 13 next to it, just like that. Oh man, this hardware fits like a freaking glove. That is awesome. And now we need to do the other side. Let's do that next. Grab the long one. 3, 2, 1, 3, 2. So the rears are gonna use the, okay, so it's gonna go like this. The rear bolts and the front bolts. Simple enough. For the sake of my sanity, I did grab the directions just in case we end up needing them, because I can be a little slow sometimes. So the higher part sits towards the front of the lip. Uh-oh, that's not how you do it. And the higher part uses the long bolts, and then the shorter part uses the short bolts, right? Yes, cool. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So we're gonna use the 3 on the outside. As you can see, it says 3 right there. There we go. Tighten this down just enough. Now I guess we might as well work around evenly. So that's how I'm gonna do it. Your mileage may vary. Maybe you wanna do it a little bit different. I ain't gonna tell you how to do it, but I am gonna show you how I'm gonna do it. And I wouldn't suggest that you take my advice 100%, but you know, maybe if you like this video, you can hit that subscribe button for your boy, because you know, I don't wanna have to go back to school one day. The GoPro died. I just put in the number 3 on this side, and now we gotta take the number 2. Where my previous splitter was, you can obviously see the indents, so we're just gonna be following that and slapping this bad boy in here. I will say, I'm really happy that this uses the existing mounting holes. I would be so annoyed right now if I had to drill all new holes. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the reveal? Oh, that's sick. Oh yeah, dude, that fits way better. Dude, that is mint. All right, let's throw this back on the car. Okay, we're going to line this back up. Uh-oh. Dude, I tell you, putting on a VW front bumper is not fun by yourself. Please have a friend do this with you. All right, well, it is the next day, and after I got done installing the new splitter last night, I was really tired and I didn't have the energy to make the rest of the video, so here we are today. As you can see, the new splitter is on the car, and man, it looks really, really good. This new revision of it, it's very similar, but it improves quite a few different things. This could definitely be my fault from how I installed the Barry Brecker, because I didn't follow the instructions very well, but the old one kind of leaned up a little bit, and this one seems to sit really flush with the floor. You can see here kind of up close how it sits, you know, really, really flush and vertical with the car. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but in person you can tell this literally sits flat now versus how before it was kind of like bowed up a little bit. And so it's really, really nice. It's still super duper sturdy. And I think it's just, you know, being one piece, it really just looks better. And also being that it's thicker, it matches the side skirts really, really well. It's not like a super crazy difference, but it is a nice little subtle touch, you know, on all those different things that just really kind of tie in the front end together. And I haven't said too much about it yet, but we are going to be rewrapping a lot of the trim. It's going to be the same color, but just kind of redoing it because, you know, when I got the trim originally, Swan Vinyl had basically used my car for some of the testing on it. And it really wasn't perfect, but I know he's redone them now, and so I'm just kind of waiting on that. And we're also going to be changing the color of these fake fog inlets that I still want to make functional at some point, but we're going to be making those also silver to kind of match like the grill stripes and the side trim and stuff on the car as well. But I think once we do that stuff, like the whole front end of the car is really gonna be complete. And honestly, I'm really happy with it. For a Jetta, I think it looks pretty good. So I'll take it for what it is. If you guys are interested in this splitter, I will put the link down below so you guys can go check it out. I appreciate you guys for watching the video today. And if you enjoyed, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you guys think. Is this was this a good little update to the car? Anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out. Drive safe. Adios.